So hello guys, today the challenge is simple. Catch a 2 pound perch with only 1 hour of fishing time. There's not much light today, thankfully the clouds have slightly broken up as it's got to dusk, meaning I've got a little bit more light than I was hoping I would do. I thought this would end up being like a 45 minute challenge, but I think I might get an hour to roughly an hour and a half of fishing. The aim today is to catch a perch in this very small amount of time that is around the 2 pound mark. I haven't got any scales with me, but I'm sure you guys will be able to tell if it's a 2 pound fish that I catch. That's the goal anyway. I was going to do it on a still water where 2 pound perch I personally find a little more hard to come by and a little bit harder to catch, but since I've only got a short amount of time, the river's a lot closer to me. I'm fishing here today on the river, and I know it like the back of my hand, so I'm hoping I can find some big fish. Also it helps out, I've got some visibility, whereas the canal's muddy. So today I'm going to be entering the cheat code. Beep, boop, 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 boop. That cheat code is live bait. Some of you guys agree with it, some of you guys don't. The guys that do agree with it tend to say that it is downright the best method of catching predatory fish, which you're right, it is, but it's cheating. Surely you can't get that much fun out of using live bait to catch another fish. It's a little bit cheaty, but seeing as though it's the challenge today is to catch a 2 pound perch in such a small amount of time, I'm entering that cheat code and we're going to see if we can catch any. I'm going to be aiming to get live baits which are between 1 and 3 ounce because I'm trying to avoid pike and I just want big decent sized perch. So I brought with me a little bit of bread, I brought with me a light rod so I can cast out little tiny pieces of bread on a size 18 hook, free lined, just a few of the small frying things that hang around in the edges, and hopefully I'll get at least 3 of those before I can start fishing, because I want a few baits to take with me between the 2 or 3 swims I've got, and if I run out I can always have a few more casts and get some more bait. So I'm going to do that now, quickly run off, catch some live bait from down in the margin, and then we'll move to the first swim. Absolutely spot on. Little chub again. Slightly bigger than the first one. Right guys, now I'm currently at the first swim. You can't see much of it because of the way the camera's angled, but there's an overhanging tree on the far bank and it's black on the bottom. I'm assuming that's some really thick weed growth. I'm going to avoid casting into that because I don't want to get hooked up in the weed. But I've got a clear patch all the way over to the far bank with some strimmer weed up front in the swim. So the strimmer weed comes up here, stops there, then it's gravel. And I'm hoping that somewhere in this area there's going to be a perch wanting to hunt. It's getting to dusk and they start to come out from the snags in the dusk, go out onto these open areas where there's lots more bait fish, and you tend to see them at night time crashing on these kind of areas. They'll be smashing right up to the surface on the open plains. So hopefully if I run a bait just off this weed as it gets to the clear water, I'm hoping that's where the perch are going to be sat waiting for them odd little prey fish that are going to be dipping in and out of the weed. Let's see what happens. I'll put the first bait on, see if we can catch anything. I'm going to be running the bait pretty much along the bottom with 2 BB shots holding it down. I've got a clear float because I find, especially on shallow waters, when this is running down and the live bait's pulling it, sometimes fish can get distracted by the float and they will actually come up and hit the float on the surface instead of the bait because they're stupid. So let's get a live bait on there, get it cast out. We'll start off with one of the smaller baits and we'll progress from there. I've got a size 6 hook. I'm going to put right for the lip of the bait, that way if the bait comes off it's going to survive well, it's not going to die because I've hooked it in a funny place. There we go, the bait is on the hook. Let's see if we can get a big perch on that. They will always take it head first anyway, so like I say, if you hook it through the lip, at least if it comes off it's going to survive, live another day, and yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, doing it the first cast. I'm going to run it down the middle of the river. I can actually see 2 or 3 big chub, and that'll be a nice bonus catch. Just over halfway. Drag it back. How would you go down? Hopefully you can see that clear float like I can. It's already pulling upstream, it might be the bait. I'll keep tension on to feel whether there's fish or not. That's the first cast and I think there's a fish on. There is! fish on the first cast. Oh, it's a big perch. Oh my god, it's a big perch. God, that's a nice fish as well. It's got me in some weed. Oh no, it's really tangled up in the weed. Come on. Oh god, is that a 2 pound fish? Is that a 2 pound fish? Oh, and the hook come out just as it went into the net. Now I'm not sure whether this fish will go for 2 pound. I'm actually 100% sure it won't go 2 pound. But it looked really big in the water. I thought I was going to smash it on the first cast. This is a fish of maybe £1.25 pounds to £1.5 pounds. It's a really nice fish, really skinny actually. And perhaps this was full of eggs, it might have just been scraping too. But that's still a beautiful fish on the very first cast. I'm going to have another cast in this swim because there's always a chance that there could be another big perch down there. They tend to hang around in shoals. So I'll quickly get this one back, see if we can get another fish. I'm already starting to think maybe I should have caught myself some more live baits, because that was very, very quick in the very first swim. So if the perch are feeding like that, I'm definitely going to need more live baits. But let's start off with the second fish, which is another small chub, and the second largest bait, or the medium bait, as I may like to call it. So here we go. Putting my medium bait on the hook once again through the front lip. I'm saving my big bait for if I catch a, in case I see a really big perch. There's my bait. Gonna cast it out again to the middle channel ish. Hopefully it won't get caught in the weed because there's quite a bit of weed down there. We'll watch it and see what happens. Is that a take already? Take already. Another big perch. Second cast out. A bit smaller than the first one. Oh, it's just dropped the bait. God damn it, I could have got that back as well. Oh. Now, it's no monster, but it's still a beautiful fish. There we are, beautiful little perch. Missing a bit off its back there, a bit of fin missing. Maybe from another predator's gone and grabbed hold of it or something. Barbed hook did not want to come out, look. He weren't coming off. There we go, I was a struggle to get that hook out. Right, I've got to swim number 2. The very first swim I had 2 casts, and that equals 2 perch. The first one was nice, well over £1 pound, or at least comfortably over £1 pound. Second fish was about £0.5 pound. I stood up and looked into the swim, and all I saw was 2 other perch that were both around the £0.5 pound to £1 pound mark. Now I'm after a 2 pounder, so I carried on walking up the stream and then saw 2 fish, both around the £1 pound to £1.5 pound mark. And I could cast my last bait out to them, but I thought, you know what, nope, let's save it for a swim where I know there's a good potential of a 2 pounder. I've got to that swim, I know it's got a good potential because I've seen 2 pounders here before, and I caught one at the beginning of the season here. I actually think I might have had 2 pounders from this swim. Problem is, there's a nice sized pike down there, so I've got the tackle to be able to deal with that. I'm just going to risk it for a biscuit, keep these on, even though my light's running out, keep an eye on the pike, hopefully keep the bait away from the pike, and I might be able to find a big perch. It's time to give it a go. Try recasting that, it's a bit dud. I can see a £2 pound perch. I could have swore I'd just spotted a £2 pound perch. Out of nowhere, just appeared in the middle channel after I'd had my first cast. Maybe it came out looking at the bait. It did. I swear it's taking it. My float's going to the far bank. Okay, you ready? Yes, it's a big perch. It's a big perch. Keep a lot of tension on it. That's a big fish. Oh yes. I can't believe that. Come on. I'll lose you. Come on. I've got to get nettled. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. I did it. That's a solid 2-pounder. Yes. Now this is an absolute beauty. Caught just before darkness. Solid 2-pound, I'd say, probably bang on 2 pound. I hit the target. I used my cheat code live bait, and hey presto, it caught me. A beautiful looking old river warrior. Amazing.